Hi, my name is Jennifer, and I'm doing a speech on the benefits of knitting for my Speech and Communications 315 class at NAU Distance Learning. And I just wanted to share with you the many benefits of knitting. We live in America where 80% of our job force are stressed out, and people without a job are stressed out. Most of us living in America are stressed out. And the #1 killer in America is heart disease. And one of the major components of heart disease is stress. So I propose that everybody find some time to do the things they love so that we can reduce stress and have a happier and healthier America. My example today is knitting, and some of you already may be thinking, no way, knitting's not for me, go on to the next one. But keep your mind open. If it's not knitting, it might be something else that you find to do for yourself, whether that's scrapbooking or running or playing Scrabble with some friends, or gardening, getting outside and hiking. Whatever it is, find the time to do the thing that makes you happy so we lower the stress. Recent research from Harvard suggests that knitters actually lower their blood pressure, lower their heart rate by 11 beats per minute. And so it has been added to the list of stress-reducing activities, along with yoga and meditation and the things we've been doing for thousands of years to reduce stress. Knitting now joins that powerful list. And along with living a stressful life, we don't have the time. I often work at a craft fair where I sell my knitting, and I have knitters coming up to me and saying, oh, I love to knit, I just don't have the time. And I just think that's really sad. People should find the time to do the things that they love. Well, where do we have the time? We don't ever have just 2 hours here and there. We always have just small amounts of time, maybe 10 minutes before dinner is ready, maybe 20 minutes while you're waiting for the dentist. These are the kinds of times that we now have to fit in the things that we love to do, and knitting is just perfect for that. You can take a little ball of yarn and your smaller needles, or even these bigger ones, with you in your purse, and so you're always ready when you're out on the go to do the thing that reduces your stress. Some people bring a book and read, or listen to music on their iPod, that kind of thing. But I suggest something more creative, something more where you can actually make something. And knitting is definitely one of those things. And part of getting organized and finding the time to do the things you love to do is creating these little tools and tricks that keep you organized and ready to go. My first one is a vision board. If you've read the book The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, she talks about a vision board and visualizing what it is that you want in your life. And so often I found that I would come home and there's a pile of knitting magazines, which are great. I love them. Some of them are free. LionBrandYarn.com, you can sign up and receive a free knitting magazine, even with patterns, and it shows you how to do certain things on LionBrandYarn.com. And that's great, but eventually I wanted to actually make these things, and what's helped me to do that is to put the pictures up on my board. Some people can do this just on their mirror, their bathroom mirror, cut out the thing that makes you happy, put it up there, or on your refrigerator, those kind of things. And just create something you can see. What is it that you want to do, and see it, so you can make it a reality in your life. Also, just keeping your tools organized. I made this canister. I recycled a food container, and I've just wrapped old waste yarn around it so it matches my yarn stash. And I put my needles in there so that they're ready to go when I'm ready to knit. I don't have to spend my 10 minutes of free time looking for my tools. Along with my vision board, I also have my vision notebook. And all this is a 3-ring binder, and it has clear page protectors in it. So when I print out my free patterns from LionBrandYarn.com, I stick them in my clear notebook so that they're ready to go and they're somewhat organized when I'm ready to find that pattern that I would like to knit. And some of you at this point also might be thinking it costs too much money. I can't buy all the needles and all the yarn. Well, you know, you're only knitting one project at a time, and you can only knit one stitch from one ball of yarn at a time. So every hobby costs a little bit of money, but you could easily make the knitting needles out of chopsticks that you get at the Chinese food restaurant, or you could cut an old sweater that you're not using and recycle the yarn. You know, there's many ways to find time and find answers to the things you want to do, with eliminating the excuses of no time and no money. And with these websites offering them for free, there's also the books from the library. A lot of these books run from $20 to $40 if you buy them, and then you have, you know, more things to dust, more things to take care of that take you away from doing the things you want to do. And these books come with all different kinds of patterns. I mean, you know, the library, they have everything there. So just check out the book for free and make some patterns. De-stress your life, and everybody will be a lot happier. Once you print out those patterns, you can put them in your vision notebook, and if they come with pretty pictures, you can put them on your vision board. And then you can actually create something. I made this sweater. The pattern was free on Ravelry.com, and it's such a great sense of accomplishment to say that this is something I've made and that I can, you know, wear out to the grocery store and that kind of thing and feel a little bit more dressed up. And it's just a great feeling. It definitely was stress relieving when I was knitting, and I just think that it's great. I think that everybody should find the time to do the things that they love, and there's many reasons to do knitting, including reducing your stress. And there's many ways around the excuses that you don't have time or the money to get going knitting, because there's free patterns and free catalogs, and the yarn is only one ball at a time, so you can just go slowly and knit a few things and feel happier. So I hope I've enlightened you into a new creative self-expression chapter in your life. And in the meantime, you can also check out my website of peaceandlovecreation.etsy.com, where I feature a few of the items that I hand knit. So thank you, and here's to a happier America.